Alright, what's up guys? We're back with another awards video, and today we'll be looking at season 3. Probably the most influential season of Smite. This was the peak of Smite in my opinion. This is whenever we had the most people playing. It was definitely the most enjoyable. It was kind of like the process of just coming home from school, playing Smite all day. And the weekends were crazy for season 3. We had crazy custom games. And I've analyzed hella fucking data, hella charts, just to make this video and come up with these awards. All of the awards in this video are purely data based. If there's an award that is not based on data, I will tell you, but 99% of everything you're going to see here is going to be based on the data from season 3. And 3 game modes we'll be looking at are Arena, Joust, and Conquest, because those are the only game modes played enough to the point where they're actually important. So without further ado, we're gonna get started with it. Alright, so throughout these season 3 awards, you'll notice I ranked people based on overall. So overall is basically, it's like 2K. So just think of it as 2K. If you ever played 2K, FIFA, or any game like that, overall is the same thing as there. The only difference is rather than in a sport, it's based off of your best god for each game mode or best god in each situation. And all the data I've used in this video has been from players' gods that they have over 10 matches for each game mode. Anything less than 10 matches, I've kind of found that the data varies significantly. And it was kind of I'm not going to put somebody's data from somebody they played one game and they had a 20 KDA, because they would be obviously the best then. I think 10 matches is a good margin for each of the game modes to where we have enough data to see how good the player is actually with that god. Alright, so now we're actually going to get started with the awards, and we're going to start off with the most improved player, who was Chase, otherwise known as Spanky, as a 92 overall player. Now, over the course from season 2 to season 3, this player improved a lot, and that can be seen because Chase was ranked number 1 overall in Joust, and he did that with Artemis. And I'll pop some of his stats up real quick. He's had an 84% win rate with an 8.6 KDA over 19 matches. Now, if that does not deserve a 99 overall, I don't know what does. He also had his Chiron, which was ranked 2nd overall in Joust, so he took the top 2 spots. And with Chiron, he had an 82% win rate with a 4.4 KDA. His Chiron was also a 99 overall. I think both these are well deserved, if anything. He also had his Giannis in Conquest, which was a 93 overall, which boasted a 3.35 KDA and a 68% win rate, or 68.97, same difference. But those are some insane stats for Conquest and Joust. I think everybody can agree that is a significant improvement from anything that we saw out of him in season 2. Alright, moving on to our next award, which is 6th Man of the Season. And this is a player who did not make any of the All Smite teams, but they're still a pretty good player and you would want them on your team. And that is going to be Jaden, who was a 75 overall player. And most notably, he had his Fenrir, which in Arena was ranked 13 out of all gods and players. And his Fenrir was an 83 overall, which had a 3.67 KDA and a 47.32% win rate. Now, the win rate's lacking a little bit, but I cut him some slack. He played Arena a lot. But that is why he deserves the 6th Man of the Season award. Alright, now getting into some of the juicier awards, we got Most Valuable Player Overall. And this is the best player of the season, so the award will go to Zach. And Zach had an 83 overall Odin in Joust, a 98 overall Terra in Conquest, and a 99 overall Guan Yu in Arena. In Joust, he lacked a little bit. His first, his highest ranked god was placed 23rd, and that was his Odin. In Conquest, his Terra was ranked the best god in Conquest. And in Arena, his Guan Yu was ranked 2nd best god out of every god. Now, these are some crazy stats. So let's dive into some of the KDAs. His Odin had a 2.27 KDA, which is actually pretty low for Joust, so I can see why he placed that low. In Conquest, his Terra had a 3.64 KDA, which is very impressive for Conquest. And he also had a 75% win rate on Terra. In Arena, his Guan Yu had a 4.05 KDA with a 90% win rate, which is a quite crazy stat if you ask me. So I think if anybody deserved this award with those kind of stats, he definitely deserved it. And not only that, but Zach did show like a significant amount of progression through Season 3, and he was dedicated to Smite at this time. While we're on the topic of Zach and utilizing the stats I just told you and showed you, we're going to also go into the Support Player of the Season award, which Zach also won. Now, it was a very close race between me and him for the Support Player of the Season, but overall he took it with the 98 overall Tear and the 99 overall Guan Yu. One thing I do want to note is, at the end of the day, these are just statistics, but these are probably the most accurate form of measurement we're going to have for this time period. I want to say that Zach back in Joust was probably like a much better player than some of the gods and players ranked above him. But overall, the statistics show otherwise, and I feel like statistics are the best way we can get an overall view and keep it consistent. Because if it's just my opinion, it's going to be very hard to judge for Season 3 and some of these older seasons, especially like Season 5, Season 6, where I didn't play very much, and that was like Zach and Jordan's prime time. So I think the best measurement we have right now is stats. And that's going to lead us on to our damage player of the season, which was Chase as a 92 overall damage player. Now, we already talked about some of his stats before, but let's go into them again. He was ranked first overall in Joust with Artemis, ranked second overall in Conquest with Giannis, ranked 14th overall in Arena, which is a significant drop, and that was on Ho Yi. But like as we take a look at his stats here, you can see that his drop off was crazy from Joust to the other game. He dropped 6 overall going into Conquest and dropped 10 overall going into Arena. However, you can see why there was a drop. He had an 84% win rate in Joust with Artemis with an 8.6 KDA. Now that is some absolutely astronomical numbers. I think if anybody played during this time period, they recognize Chase as a very good damage player, especially high level on Mage and Hunter. However, his assassins did lack performance. His most notable assassin, I think you could say, was probably Najah in Conquest. But other than that, he definitely had a very significant impact on the damage roll. Alright, and we're going to speak of the devil again. Zach also won the Rookie of the Season award. He started in Season 3, and it's just crazy to me how much progress he made throughout this season. At the start of the season, he was probably the worst player to ever start Smite. He probably had the worst start out of anybody to Smite. But then he became the best player of the season, and I think that is very impressive, and I think that just shows how much he grew as a Smite player and as a person during this time. It really showed that he was dedicated and put a lot of time in, and anybody that played back then, I keep referencing anybody that played back then, but the players back then really recognized Zach as a dominant force, especially in custom games, and Zach was one of those players that tried to do everything he could to grow as a player. He really tried to play custom games as much as possible. He tried to play Conquest as much as possible. He did everything in his power to become a better player. So I think it's well deserved that he gets Rookie of the Season, MVP, and like the Support Player of the Season. All those awards are very well deserved for Zach. Anybody who ever touched Smite will hear Zach's name at least 20 times and the impact and influence he had on the game. Alright, we're going to move on to the Sportsmanship Award, which this player right here took the spot of Suasen away after Suasen's pretty much retirement from Smite. This player was none other than Nolan Littlewood, otherwise known as Midriff Tick, with a 78 overall. His highest ranked god was ranked 17th in Arena, and it really surprised me. It was Loki. Now, I don't think anybody has ever seen this man play Loki, but apparently he played him 20 matches. All of his other stats are really bad, but nobody can like take away from Nolan that he was always there to support the team, and he picked around the team. He never said anything toxic. I mean, maybe to Peyton, but like, who didn't say shit to Peyton? Let's be real. But Nolan was just one of those guys that would hop on the game, and he would try his best. I mean, his best would not always be up to standard, but he would definitely put forth an effort to be good and do good at the game. And I think if anybody deserved the Sportsmanship Award, it would probably be Nolan. And this is one of the subjective awards, and if you have any argument for it, put it down in the comments section, but I think he definitely deserves Sportsmanship Award. And now moving on to the Coach of the Season Award, which is also another kind of subjective award. And I gave it to myself, even though I'm like hating giving the award to myself. I feel like I was one of the only knowledgeable players going from Season 2 to Season 3. Obviously, Jalen and Chase, but they really did not help the newer players as much as I did, I feel like. I kind of deserve the award because I helped Zach a little bit. I won't take all the credit for making Zach a decent player, but I think I definitely had an impact on making him like an okay player. And I also helped a lot with Chase by doing those random God 1v1s consistently and like trying to become the best player myself and also help other people become good at the game. I never really tried to take other people down and do all that stuff. I kind of helped like try to build everybody up and make them the best player they possibly could. And in this Season 3 area, when there was a lot of people playing, like there was a lot of people that weren't even mentioned in this video. That will be mentioned a little bit later on. But like a couple that aren't mentioned at all is like Eric and Jared. They were two players who would play the game, and you can't say that I would not help them. I would try to help them in any way possible. It was just they weren't trying their hardest to become good at Smite. So that was the difference. Now going on to the most fun part, in my opinion, or the most like fun to make part. We're going to be looking at the all Smite teams, and for Season 3 we have an all Joust team, all Arena team, and an all Conquest team. I know you're excited to see who's on each team, so we'll start with the all Joust team, which is going to be Chase, otherwise known as Spanky, playing Artemis as the physical DPS role, me playing Chalk as the support role, and Jalen playing Vulcan at the magical DPS roles. Now these awards were all based on statistics, and I'll put them up on the screen now, but I think statistics, yeah, we already said this, we're going to base it off of statistics. But as you can see, we had some pretty insane stats with these gods. And after all, these teams are based off of statistics. So this was the best team I could put together with a support, a physical DPS, and magical DPS. And we'll keep this theme going forward. But you can see that Chase was a 99 overall on Artemis. I was a 95 overall on Shock. And Jalen was a 90 overall on Vulcan. I want to give an honorable mention to Justin because his Ares was like ranked 5th or like 6th or something. But he could not make a spot in this list just because my Chalk was a little bit higher than him. Although he was higher than Jalen's Vulcan, it just didn't feel right to put an Ares, Chalk, and Artemis on the same team. Even though it would probably work, I want to keep it consistent with the magical DPS, physical DPS, and support so we can get like equal representation for Joust. Now we're going to move down to probably the long-awaited Season 3 All Conquest team. Now, we're going to have quite the interesting team comp here because nobody played a warrior more than 10 matches in Conquest for Season 3. So the solo lane might be a little bit interesting. So starting off our Season 3 All Conquest team, we have Zach's Terra as support. And that is a 98 overall Terra. And then we have Chase's Giannis as our mid, which is a 93 overall. We also have my Bacchus, which is going to be running fucking solo lane as an 87 overall. And that's the interesting part about this list. We have Jordan running jungle with his Najah as an 81 overall. And then last but not least, Muhammad's Medusa as carry, a 75 overall, by the way. I think this list just shows who actually played Conquest and who had a strong suit in Conquest, but I think it's very funny the fact that Muhammad even makes this list, but like nobody else was really good at carry besides like Chase, and Chase is already the best at mid, so this makes for quite an interesting All Conquest team, but I feel like it would probably work out, maybe not. I feel like Chase would definitely have to carry in the damage department. Jordan would also help, but Najah is not known for a lot of damage output. Having Muhammad on Medusa definitely draws back from this team a little bit, but I think we would be okay. Now we're going to move on to one of the powerhouse teams right here. This team is insane. All right, the Season 3 All Arena team. We have everyone's favorite player, including Payton's. We have Justin, who is ranked number 1 overall in Arena. And that's with Scotty, which was a 99 overall. And then we have Zach Guan Yu, which is also ranked 99 overall. We have Jalen's Ratatosker, which is ranked 91 overall. We have My Bacchus, which is ranked 87 overall. And Raiden's Agni, which is ranked 84 overall. Now, I'm going to have the stats up on the screen, obviously. But just look at the fucking KDAs, bro. Like, this team is not going to die, and we're going to get so many kills. Like, it's just insane. And in this arena team comp, I obviously want to put a Hunter, Warrior, Assassin, Guardian, and Mage. And I'm going to keep that the same going forward. And that is a wrap to these awards. I just want to say I really enjoy making these videos. I really enjoy like going back and looking at all our Smite stats. I would appreciate if you guys told me if you like this format or the Season 2 format more, where the Season 2 is more based off of subjective opinions. Or do you guys like looking at the stats more and making it based off stats? Obviously, the stats take a long time, and this video did take a long time to make. It may not seem like that because it got uploaded relatively quickly, but it just takes a lot of time for me to do these stats. Like, I'll literally just be sitting at college, fucking in the library, copy and pasting Smite Guru stats, and that is a long and tedious process. And then making the fucking formula for overall, which is, it's not too difficult. It's just KDA and win rate mainly, and then like a little bit of GPM, DPM. But I really enjoy like doing these kind of stats and trying to figure out who's the best at each time period, and I'm gonna keep doing it forward, like going forward with it, no matter the opinion or the reception of it, just because I enjoy making these kind of videos. But I would like to know in the comments if there's any like game or like anything, like I don't know, like BO3, like anything, any game that you guys want me to do like statistical stuff on, stats based stuff. Like I could do like who is the best zombies player, or who is the best Cold War multiplayer player, or just stuff based on other games like Dota 2. I could do that for, and all those games that we played like and sweated at. Like I could do like ranking players. I know Chase, I doubt fucking Chase Young made it this far into this video, but I know he said he wanted me to rank people, or me and Jalen to make a video ranking people that play basketball in real life. And that would be a fun video to make. It's just weird for me because I don't have stats and I don't watch like MGP play basketball a lot. So it would be kind of weird. Although I do enjoy making these kind of videos where it's more of me talking and like analyzing stuff. So if there's any analysis videos that y'all want me to make, just tell me in the comment section and I'll work on trying to make them. As always, I try to cater towards my audience and my viewers who actually like watch these videos. So if you made it this far, I mean, you're my prime audience member. I will take your opinion. So I'm just gonna wrap this video up here. Fuck you, Zach, for getting MVP. I really thought I was gonna get it, or Chase was gonna get it. Chase was the one I was riding on to get MVP, but you got it in the end, bros. Dude, this, and I'm gonna make a Hall of Fame video at the end, putting like all the people that would make the cutoff for the Hall of Fame and all the people that wouldn't. And Zach's gonna fucking make it, bro, because this man definitely got MVP for like Season 4, Season 5, Season 6. I don't know yet, but like that's just my prediction. And I know me and Jalen are gonna be fighting over in the recent seasons like MVP with Peyton and stuff, so I'm just very curious. But fuck you, Zach. Why you gotta be good at Smite, bro? And that's gonna be a wrap to this video. I hope y'all enjoyed watching.